On a recent episode of Showtime's All the Smoke podcast, three-time champion Stephen Curry admitted that he had wanted to be drafted by the Knicks in the 8th spot before the Warriors grabbed him with the number 7 overall pick. Now, Steph is now in his 11th season with the Warriors and targeting a March return after injuring his hand in October. So, Andre, we'll start with you. You know Stephen Curry, right? You guys are familiar?
A little bit.
So, I'm sure you're keeping tabs on the guys. Do you think he should come back this season?
Selfish reasons? No. I think he should. He hurt the left hand. You can't golf with the left hand if it's hurting. So I think he need to get a real break in terms of being able to relax. That long run is mental reasons, and Marshawn Lynch mentioned it. You got to get your mentals right.
And I think it's your chicken.
Yeah. Well, he's got too much chicken. It's protecting itself.
He got mad chicken.
But I think it's good for him mentally to be able to step away, be able to get a nice breather, and he's going to come back, on a raft next year.
You don't think maybe getting some rhythm, especially since he has kind of said, I want to go to Olympics as well, could be important for him?
Well, the Olympics could be his rhythm. Mm-hmm. Getting him back into the season. Let him get him right back to where he needs to get to. Like Steve Kerr said it, he's going to be able to shoot when he's 89. So that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
I'm of the mindset, first of all, I've been on the record saying that Steph Curry should not come back this year. I don't think he should come back for the Olympics either. He shouldn't come back until next season. Listen, please, we've already proven our dominance in Olympic competition. We don't need Steph Curry to win a gold medal. I understand and I respect the hell out of those
Whenever we think like that,
Europe,
we
and we
stop
see
winning
what
gold
Luka
medals.
Doncic is doing
But
on this
he
level.
doesn't have one, though.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
One.
But well, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. He doesn't have one and he wants one. I get that part. All right, that's a different ballgame. But I just want to, I'm really making this big point. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Iguodala, Draymond Green, Steve Kerr, the Golden State Warriors, they've given us so much over the last 5 years. If they were healthy, that's one thing. But they weren't. And already, remember, Steph's in the midst of a $200 million contract. Golden State Warriors need him to come back for the next 3-4 years and validate those dollars. I should say validate because he already did, but to really remind us all of the level of greatness that he put on display all of these years. Steph Curry has played 692 regular season games. Over the last 5 years, he's played 91 playoff games. That's another season. And this guy, right now, they're 10-36. You ain't going anywhere. We know what the expectations are when Klay and Steph are on the court together with Dre and the crew. The bottom line is this. Just playing, you want to play to get yourself in shape and all that stuff. I can understand that. But Steph is relatively fragile. Back in the day, it was the ankles. Now you got the hand and wrist situation. I get all that. My issue with him is maintaining health. And if that means he doesn't play a game this year and he doesn't play in the Olympic competition, damn it, so be it.
I normally agree with that. If your season's done, and they're like the worst team in basketball right now, if your season's always except for the Knicks, that goes without saying. If your season's done, then what are you risking a guy like Steph Curry for in his health? In this case, there's certain differences, though, and I would say he should play if he's healthy. Not Klay. Klay should just, it's an injury to the hand. It's not like it's to his wheels, to his leg, to his ankle, to his knee, something like that. It's the hand is a little different. And because at his age, right in the middle or towards the end of his prime, not towards his career, but towards the end of his prime, I don't know if you want to take a whole year off, basically. I don't like that. It seems to me when you get back the next year, instead of just being fresh, it's going to take you a minute to get your legs under you the right way. So I would say if he's healthy, you want to keep a close eye on it. Don't have him play him crazy minutes and stuff like that. But if he's healthy, he should play. Steph, not Klay.
Yeah, I'm checking the schedule, or the weather, I should say. I'm checking the weather in San Francisco. It gets a little cloudy. When there's sunshine out there, Steph don't play. Go to golf course. Member of Cal Club, he is one of the great golf courses. Go to Olympic Club, get you some golf in. When it's cloudy, rainy,
How are we supposed to take this golf fixation with you? Does that mean you got 1 foot out the door in the NBA already? Or does that,
no,
what does that mean, this golf, everything's golf with you?
I've been locked in on the court. I haven't played golf at all. I think, because like I said before, this break has been a blessing in disguise. I think it's added another year or two to my career. Actually, I think it really has, for me. It's added a couple years, so for me to get down to scratch, it's delayed it. Because this has been a good break for me. It's been a good break for me. Tiger might win this weekend. 300 yesterday, under par.
Let me be very, very,
This is like this dude's half retired.
I feel you on that.
Not yet.
I feel you on that. Listen. I want to see. Listen. If Dre decided to go to one of those teams I mentioned earlier, fine. If he decided to go back to Golden State, I'd love that too. But when I think about Steph and Klay, I know Max is 2 different injuries, and of course with Klay, he should sit out the entire year. All I'm saying about Steph is remember how last season ended. Dre, this was what was reported. You were in that locker room, you would know. It got to a point where you had folks writing stories about how some of y'all was scared to damn near step out on the court because it looked like some black cat was running around because of all the injuries that was happening to everybody. And then the season's over, and we start up this season, KD's gone. Klay's out because of his injury. And then Steph gets hurt. And then after that, Drake gets hurt. I mean, you can't get to a point where it's like, well, damn. It's just that injury bug, it just seems to be clinging to us right now. Let's all get ourselves together and come back and remind people just who the hell we are. I like that kind of attitude personally for me. That's just me.
That's why LeBron going to all those finals is amazing because he was doing more work as an individual than anyone
LeBron
you just mentioned. And he hasn't broken down like them. He's just a different kind of freak, LeBron James, compared to everybody else, I think.
But we did see an injury from him for the first time ever last season.
He's 112 years old.
Yes. So we saw that he was actually human. For a minute there, I was like, it's not human.
Well, Andre, I'm really glad to hear that this time off has refreshed you and you've added even more years to your career. So we'll just have to wait for the final return to the Warriors when you close it all out, right? Yeah? Okay. No, just don't answer that.
Go to the Lakers.
Don't answer that.
I want to see you go to the Lakers. Someone's got to guard Kawhi.
Anyway, Andre Iguodala, 3-time champion, finals MVP, also Olympic gold medalist. Let's also make sure we say that too.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us on the show. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks for having me. Always a good time.
Great
All right, it's good to see you, man. All right, stick around. We got some football talk.
Is 82 points in his NBA debut, 17 of them coming in the fourth quarter. Of course, he's going to play again tonight. Alvin Gentry, though, in that debut, making the move to pull Zion after playing just 18 minutes. Gentry had more to say on his decision to pull Zion, which actually was more a medical decision.
They just thought that, he had played enough minutes, and, they made the decision that was enough time. So I had guys yelling and cursing at me, who would be dumb enough to keep him out of the game. I'm a little bit smarter than that, okay? If the guys made four threes, I think we would have stayed in. But I think we also understand that you can't sacrifice, one game for long term. Obviously, we would have loved to have had him in the game, but it's just not, even taking a chance in those situations.
So we are going to talk about Zion Williamson, and we're going to do it with that man. Yeah. They're clapping before the introduction.
Yes, before.
The one, the only, I'm told the best golfer of all the NBA players, Andre Iguodala, is in our studio. Now you can clap. Everybody. Great to have you here, my man. Thank you for coming by.
Thanks, man. False statement to start the show.
The golf, not so much.
Golf, not so
much. We're going to talk golf a little bit later. That'll be off the air. On the air, we're going to start with this thing with Zion, because obviously, everyone was excited to see his debut, and there were so many pieces of that to unpack, based upon how the way that they're using him and the brilliant spurt he had in that fourth quarter. When you watch Zion, what do you think we're seeing?
I think a lot of people are missing his best attribute, which is rebounding and starting to break. The way he's able to create. We talk about LeBron James, and LeBron James has an unstoppable move in transition, which is that hard dribble, body contact, spin move, unstoppable. Zion has that physicality where he's going to be able to attack in transition. He's going to be able to hit multiple bodies and clear out multiple guys. And I think he complements the best talent on that team. And also their point guard that's coming up, Lonzo Ball, and also in Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I think Brandon Ingram is the talent of the team. None of those guys get in each other's way. So Zion's only going to make them better, and they're only going to make Zion better. And he's a generational talent, and they're going to be good.
So, I agree with you, because I think when Zion gets the ball, if you're Drew Holiday, if you're Lonzo Ball, you can run to a wing and shoot. After watching him play, is he a point center? Does he remind you of a Draymond Green type of player offensively, I guess, with versatility?
Before he made those 4 threes, I was thinking to myself, he's Charles Barkley without that three-point ability. But more, so we talk about who's LeBron, and you can't compare LeBron to anybody really. I look at Zion being young and having all the hype, as is really no one like him. But the way Charles Barkley used to command so much attention and be able to shoot the ball from the outside, create double teams, and kick it, Zion's going to be able to draw a lot of attention and find guys. And if you don't double team him, and if you don't bring the help, because the one thing we do in transition is what we said we got.